Global satellite technologies and services are integral to the activities of modern life and the world economy, providing connectivity that unlocks greater possibilities for all. Viasat has made it its mission to connect the globe through advanced broadband satellite networks to enhance how people, businesses, governments, and allied militaries around the world communicate.
Satellites orbiting our Earth are essential to every part of our daily life, from the GPS on our phones to the broadband allowing us to work and play. Viasat is a global satellite communications company. It uses the technology of space to provide internet connections to people and businesses, commercial aircraft, critical communications, and security to the militaries and governments.
In parts of the US where we're delivering broadband connectivity for our users on aircraft, right, they're able to actually stream video on the flight, right? They're connected as if they were still in their home in a lot of circumstances. So I think that's something that is really exciting to me. It actually starts to blur the lines and people start to forget that it's an asset based in space. And I think that's really the objective, right, is to really integrate space as part of our day-to-day life.
Viasat is based in California, but has 4 offices in the UK. It plans to establish a global business headquarters in London to help build the UK space economy.
So we actually are looking to invest in 300 million over the next 10 to 15 years into the UK, and that is through infrastructure and UK jobs. That kind of follows on from the recent investments that we've made in a UK sovereign network operations centre and security operations centre.
The UK's space sector holds huge potential. It generates billions of pounds a year. The government's national space strategy wants to turn the UK into a global leader. It's aiming for the stars.
The UK definitely has a role to play in terms of the global conversation. And I think that their investment, right, in the frameworks that they've set out in the National Space Strategy and the Defense Space Strategy, right, lay the foundation and put them in a position to really lead in that international space. And I think that's exciting. It's exciting for me to be a part of the UK space ecosystem.
Part of that commitment to the UK is Viasat III, their latest satellite. The expected constellation includes 3 large satellites. One would provide coverage over Europe. It's hoped it will help to connect the 1/3 of people in the world who are still offline.
Viasat III is the next class and next generation of Viasat technology for broadband communications in space, and something that's really exciting. And Viasat III's architecture allows us to flexibly and dynamically address the user demands that are on the ground. In a way that just previously legacy architectures of satellites haven't been constructed that way.
The Ministry of Defence use military communications satellites called Skynet. The system is being updated and Viasat is partnering with others to offer more flexible capability.
One of the big things in the industry that's changed over the last decade probably or so is that actually the commercial innovation is way ahead in many, many areas. So satellite communications, Earth observation, that's been shown over Ukraine, use of commercial imagery. So there's places where defence doesn't need to do much other than integrate it, which is where companies like an SSL Global come in.
And the government's defence space strategy aims to accelerate innovative world-class defence and security.
What we've been doing is working with them and other partners, experimentation and demonstration projects, which is actually getting technology into end users' hands within 12-18 months. And one project that we've been working on over the last 2 years is a mobile communications headquarter, which has been really, really successful, running the programme in sprints collaboratively with the MOD to get that capability out there quickly.
But to grow, the space industry needs more innovators. And in the UK, 43% of science, technology, engineering and maths vacancies are hard to fill. Andy Webster, Viasat's Senior Network System Engineer, is working to help fix it.
So we often go into schools and do STEM outreach activities. These are where we're trying to show people that the kind of technologies that we use every day, cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4G, 5G, all these things that are crammed into a mobile phone that we all take for granted, these communications technologies are the kind of things we use to enable space missions. That's what we do here at Viasat.
Space might not be the final frontier, but it's definitely the next one. And I think that if we're responsible in our approach to creating space policy, we'll create a sustainable and usable space ecosystem that can integrate seamlessly into our lives here on Earth and can really help to move humanity forward.